Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a very special day. It is our anniversary. I can't even believe it, 9 years ago today, my husband Mike and I got married. And I can't believe we're celebrating 9 years. Sometimes it feels like it's been 20. Sometimes it feels like it's been like 3 or 4. Yeah, it's just shocking. People tell you, after college, life just really flies. And then they say after you have kids, it goes even faster. And you know what? They were all right. So today I'm actually going to be doing the wedding tag. And I found this tag, I don't even know, probably 6 or 7 months ago because I printed it off. And I've been keeping it in my office all this time, and I figured, why not go ahead and do it now? So there are 30 questions here. Whoa, 30 questions. So I'm just gonna run through this as quickly as I can. I was going to do this video with Mike, but I think this video would be like an hour long if we both answered all of these questions. So let's jump right in. Question number 1, how long after the big question was your wedding day? We got engaged on February the 11th, I want to say, of 2007, and we got married on July 14th, so it was right at, I guess that would be 5 months, so yeah. Did you already have a dream vision of your wedding? What was it? Our wedding day was pretty much my dream. Yeah, it was my dream wedding. The only thing is, I got married in Indiana, where obviously we live now, where Mike lives, where I met him. I always wanted to get married in the church where I grew up. Like, that's probably the only thing that, you know, wasn't like fulfilled, I guess, at our wedding. But look, it just doesn't matter. That would have been great, but you know, that's one of those dreams that I guess wasn't as important. Number 3, did you have help planning your wedding, family wedding planner? Let me tell you, there are a lot of things that I've learned about Mike in the time that I've known him, but I never thought that he would jump into wedding planning like he did. He is a major, major planner. But I didn't think he would care about as much of the wedding as he did. So it was pretty much just me and him. Like, I had, since it was summer, I had some teacher friends who were on vacation, who, on their summer break, who came and helped me like tie bows, write out place cards because they had amazing handwriting. I had my bridesmaids help, again, tie bows, stuff envelopes, that type of thing. But it was mostly just Mike and I for most of the stuff. Question number 4, local or destination wedding? This was a local wedding. We got married in Carmel, Indiana, which is just north of Indy, like a suburb of Indy. Number 5, small or large invite list. I want to say we invited maybe like, I guess this is large, maybe like 160 something, maybe 170 something people. I think on our wedding day there were about 140 something. I don't know exactly. So yeah, it was a lot, but it was mostly Indiana people, but we did have quite a few people from Texas come too. So that was amazing. Number 6, small or large wedding party. We had 5 bridesmaids and 5 groomsmen. Melissa, Holly, Aaron, Heather, Laura. Yeah, we had 5 bridesmaids and 5 groomsmen. So I guess it was like medium. Number 7, wedding colors. It was mostly white and pink. I know you're like, oh my gosh, pink bridesmaids dresses. Pink is probably my favorite color, and looked the prettiest, I felt like, on everyone. And I had pink bridesmaids dresses from David's Bridal. So that was mostly it. We had some like bright yellow and orange. We had Gerber daisies as the bridesmaids flowers. So there was some white, some yellow, some orange, some pink, some green, that type of thing. It was very springy, very summery, and the chapel where we got married was all white in the back, so it was just the most perfect, bright summer blank canvas. Number 8, indoors or outdoors? It was indoors. This was middle of July in Indiana, which can be so nice and mild, or it can be so hot. It was actually a beautifully mild day. We totally could have done it outside. Religious, or number 9, religious or non-denominational, definitely religious. When we spoke with Pastor Don, our pastor, about doing our wedding, we said we want a clear presentation of the gospel in the wedding speech, charge, whatever you want to call it. Number 10, wrote your own vows. We did not write our own vows. Neither one of us felt wordy enough to come up with that, and the vows that our pastor had for us that was kind of in his little folder, we loved, and so we just stuck with that. Number 11, saw each other before the ceremony. We did, and it was to take pictures, and we have video and pictures of all of that, of course. Number 12, photographer, videographer. We had both, and let me tell you guys, if you can get a videographer, it is the most amazing splurge. It was definitely a splurge for us. It was probably one of the more expensive things that we had in our wedding, but completely worth it. Caleb and I have loved watching this video. He went through a phase where he was watching it like every day for a couple of weeks, and it was so much fun. But yes, absolutely, if you can, it doesn't even have to be super professional, get a videographer. You will be glad you did. And we had a photographer. Not too terribly pleased. It's just too staged. I like more like candid shots and stuff, and this was all like very posed, staged. Whatever. Number 13, transportation to from wedding. Our cars. We didn't have any limo or anything like that. Number 14, something old, new, borrowed, and blue. Old. I don't remember if I had anything old. New, I called the dress new, so borrowed, I borrowed my mom's pearls that my sister brought her from China, and I actually have them now. I guess my mom wanted me to have them. I'm not exactly sure, but they're in my possession now. Some beautiful pearls from China. And something blue, I had on blue panties. Yes, I did. Number 15, wedding dress style. I had it had cap sleeves on it that actually stayed on and looked great, and a sweetheart neckline. I had just kind of like an, I guess, I don't know, A-line dress, I don't know, but it was very pretty. It was very me. Number 16, describe your bouquet. It was mostly white roses, or like cream roses with some white Gerber daisies scattered throughout. It was so pretty. Number 17, sent each other notes or gift before the ceremony. No, we did not do that. Number 18, walk down the aisle to which song? I walked down the aisle to Here Comes the Bride. I did not want that song, but my amazing friend Abby plays the harp, and she is crazy talented. She plays the harp so beautifully, and we definitely wanted her to play in our wedding. And it's funny because we went to her studio. She actually teaches harp. She has, I don't know how many harp students, but we went to her studio and she played a few songs for us. I said, I don't want Here Comes the Bride, because no, I just want something else. And then she played it, and it was so gorgeous, and we're like, yes, we want to get married right then and there in her studio, because it was so pretty. So yes, the harp was our wedding instrument, I guess, and it was amazing. Number 19, did the ceremony go as planned? Yes, it went off without a hitch. It was perfect. Number 20, reception indoors or outdoors? We had an indoors reception. Number 21, receiving line or came to tables? We had a receiving line outside between the chapel and the reception hall. It was like it's a big property called the Ritz-Charles in Carmel, and they have a chapel on the property, and we literally just walked from the chapel over to the reception hall into our own reception room. And between that time, they actually wanted us to have about 20 minutes. That was part of their timeline for the day, to do a receiving line, and it went great. It didn't take too long, and it was a beautiful day. Number 22, DJ or band. We had a DJ. His name was Honeymoon. Can't make this stuff up. He was great. He was awesome to work with. If you're in India and you need a DJ, look up Honeymoon. He's good. Number 23, first song. We danced to How Beautiful by Twyla Paris. I'm pretty sure that was our first dance. Number 24, describe your cake dessert, cake in the face. We did not do cake in the face. We decided long before we were not going to do that. I love it when other people do it, not our thing. It was a big 3-tier, I believe, maybe 4-tier wedding cake with like flower, like daisies going down the side. Number 25, did the reception go as planned? Yes, it was amazing. Number 26, left before the guests departed or stayed until the last dance. We stayed until the last dance, and actually I have no idea what people did after we left, and I didn't care either. Number 27, honeymooned. Yes, Mike surprised me. I didn't know until we got to the airport the next day. The next day we went to the airport and he surprised me, and we went to South Beach, Miami, and you guys, he splurged big time. He saved, well, I shouldn't say, yeah, he splurged, but he saved for a very, very, very long time, and we stayed in the Ritz-Carlton on South Beach, and it was incredible. We knew at the time we'll probably never do this again, or it'll be a very, very, very long time. It was funny staying in that hotel because valet parking is really the only thing that they do there, and we never valet. And it was funny because we'd be standing there waiting for our car, and it would be like a Jaguar that would roll up. There'd be a Mercedes, there'd be a Ferrari that would roll up. And then our Pontiac Grand Prix was our rental car, and it would roll up, you know, to be picked up by us. So it was just kind of funny. Number 28, your biggest expense of the day, was it worth it? It was probably, the biggest expense was probably the space, like the chapel and the reception hall. But my parents, and I'm not gonna tell you what our budget was, but my parents gave us a budget, and basically, like, this was something my parents had saved for. My parents are super, super thrifty. Yeah, they're amazing, great examples. They saved up a lot of money for my wedding, or for all of our weddings, and gave us, this is your budget. If you go over, that's fine, but that's on your dime. If you go under, good for you. They didn't ask for the money back, but proudly it was a couple weeks after our wedding, we actually handed them a check for, I think it was $2,000 or $3,000 under budget, so yay us. Number 29, worst, best moment of the day. I honestly can't think of a worst moment of the day. I just can't. It was incredible. Best moment of the day, there were a lot of them, but obviously it would be saying I do. It was just amazing. A couple other things that come to mind. If you're familiar with High School Musical, that was about a year after High School Musical came out, and the first song in the whole movie is called The Start of Something New, and that was like our wedding party dance. And my sisters and I were just crazy, and there was no alcohol here, by the way, so just kind of keep that in mind. When The Start of Something New started playing, keep in mind, also Mike is almost 9 years older than I am, so a lot of his friends are 9 years older than me, and 9 years older than my bridesmaids. And so when that song started to play, my sisters got up and started a lip sync between Troy and Gabriella. They were doing a, like, not real mics, but just fist mics here. They did a lip sync, and it got into where I joined in at the end, and it was just so hilarious. Another thing is that my grandparents came, my dad's mom and then my mom's parents came as well, which was amazing because they were in their late 80s at the time. And there's a scene at the end of our wedding video where we're getting into the getaway car, Mike's SUV after the wedding, and my window was rolled down and Mike closed the door, and my grandpa comes up to Mike and hands him a small bill, like a dollar bill or a 5 or even maybe even a 10, and said, this is just like him if you ever knew him. He handed him the small bill and said, take her someplace nice to eat tonight. Yeah, so just a couple of funny things that make me laugh. But the last question, number 30, if you could do it all again, absolutely. I would never go through the planning process again. I want somebody else to do that, because to this day, I don't want to help anybody with wedding planning. I mean, okay, I could help somebody, but I would never want to be anybody's wedding planner. I love to plan, but man, that was the most stressful thing. I was ready to elope many times in that process, and I was glad when our day had come and so quickly gone. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Have any of you out there had an anniversary lately? If you have, please feel free to do this video, and be sure to tag me on social media if you do, especially if you are coming up on 9 years, or if you've been married 9 years, if you're a 2007 bride or even a summer 2007 bride. Yeah, go ahead and do this tag. It's a lot of fun reminiscing. I feel like I've got a smile I can't wipe off my face. But thank you for watching. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you like this, and subscribe if you want to see more. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.